Hey folks, so it's Baby's First Gear of the Year Awards. Yes, I'm coming up on my first year here at bicycling, and I actually got to make some picks for some of the best products that I got to test over the last year. Thank you for joining me. It's really nice to be here with you all. Let me stop fooling around. One of my first products that I really loved comes from this just sleeper of a brand that I don't know how I missed. Their name is Camp and Go Slow. If you don't know who they are, now you know. They make insanely rad products and gear for your cycling friends, for yourself. This is their Eastern Rattle handlebar tape. It's this really neat cloth mix of a bar tape, and it obviously does as well have like a little silicone back to it, but this thing is screamingly cool. If you need some extra aesthetic in your life to, help yourself out, tell them that I sent you because they know what's up right now. I'm not going to put this back because that's a lost cause now at this point. I'm going to segment this one over into these bad boys. You have definitely probably heard of Quac, but if you haven't heard of Quac, then this is what I'm going to quack and talk about. These are the original ones that I got, or I used rather, that I purchased before I started here at bicycling. I have put in a couple of years into these shoes and can firmly attest to them being the most comfortable cycling shoe specifically for gravel that I've ever ridden in. It's just a very walkable shoe. They also just recently updated their line as well, so they have always really represented, really good colors or given really good colorways, but they added a second boa to this one and some different tread patterns as well as some spikes to kind of help. This is their stiffest version. They do make a different that's a little bit more in line with this, but this is, yeah, you'll get what it is that I'm getting at. My last recommendation for my Gear of the Year awards genuinely changed my world, changed my life, it changed my riding experience. Give me 1 second while I lift this behemoth onto the table. Yeah, this is a lot of bike rack, what I'm talking about here, guys. This bike rack, if you don't know, but now you know, is from Rigged Supply. This is their Ramble rack. As you can tell, it's made out of forged and powder-coated steel. The thing that really drew me to their rack specifically was the fact that it was designed with a modular approach in mind. You can start with just one rack as an example, like this. If you have a 2-inch hitch receiver, wonderful, you're already on your way. But let's say that anything on this bike rack fails in the future, you can obviously go to their website and purchase any of the individual components to help replace what's been damaged. The reason why it's made such an impact in my life is because I go out into just very remote places where I don't have signal for days on end, and the nearest gas station is over an hour away. Those roads, those trails, those OHV areas then become very challenging to navigate with a truck. And this rack in the past, or any rack in the past rather, besides this one, would just sway my bike so that it looked like one of those wacky inflatable things that's outside of the car dealership. This rack is rock solid off of the back of my truck. And yes, I said truck, get over yourself. F-150 Lightning comments, get over yourselves, genuinely. It's a truck, okay? For the price and what it is that I'm doing as a rider, getting out there has completely changed my life. I mean, the fact that it's just not a bike rack, you can also purchase their Ramble swing or their swing out arm, which then pairs to their camp table and a host of other accessories. I love using their Ramble rack, their Ultra Swing. The products that they're creating are really meant for the people that are spending days on end in their trucks or in their SUVs or cars, looking to get after it and connect with nature and get out there. It features, a ratcheting arm as an example. So like this can really accommodate a wide variety of bikes. The fact that each tray will hold up to 150 pounds with the loading capacity being close to around 250 pounds total, whether it is an e-bike, a road bike, and even, for example, a light motorcycle or an electric motorcycle like a Super 73. This bike rack in and of itself can accommodate up to about a 2-inch or a 3-inch tire. It's just made going out riding that much more of a joy because I know that I don't have to go home immediately. I can stay in the place that I'm riding, ride and wake up again the next day because I can cook off of the bed of my truck or in the bed or, you know, off of the back of my SUV vehicle, for example. So the rig system, you know, obviously is a little pricey, but each tray really introduces the opportunity to continue to go out there and connect and to go to places where otherwise most people don't go. Yeah, give Reg Supply a check. And if you don't know, now you know. And those were my Gear of the Year picks. Hope you guys had fun. As always, if you have any questions, reach out to me, bikeshop@hearst.com. Drop a comment. Let me know what's going on in your cycling life. And as always, the only way that you're going to join the fun is by becoming a member. Hop on in.